Welcome back to the Armchair GM podcast. Calgary Flames opened up the 2026 calendar year with a couple of losses at home, followed by a quick trip to the East against two of the original six. Seemingly, they've lost the ability to score. But the real question is, did they ever have it? You are watching the Armchair GM podcast.
You know, it's funny, the last few times we've had guests on, they've mentioned that video and how hyped it gets them. I think Kent Wilson mentioned it and Robert Munich mentioned it. It's kind of funny because now I'm watching it again and I'm like, oh yeah, it's been a while since we've had any of that.
Right. Scoring goals, exciting plays, excitement in general.
Yeah.
It's been it's been a year, man. It's the guys that you think should be on top of the leaderboard for goals are not, and like when Joel Farabee is ahead of Nazem Kadri in goals, it's probably not going according to plan.
Yeah. Holy shit, he is. So is Anderson and Backlund and Coleman. So, okay. Just to outline how mid our offense is right now. Blake Coleman is leading the team with 13 goals. We're over half of the season in. He's on pace, like quick math, I'd say 25, 24, 25 goals. He's on pace for it. And he is our leading goal scorer. Kadri has 32 points, so he's on pace for like 59 points.
Brilliant. Nathan McKinnon has
50.
Yeah, McKinnon has 74 points currently with 35 goals, right? That's greater than our best player will finish the season.
Yeah.
Matt Boldy, 26 goals. Jason Robertson, 25 goals. Just the top three teams in the West, right? Because they have elite talent. Wouldn't it be nice to have elite talent?
Imagine having elite talent. That would be amazing.
Oh, know what? I dream of the day.
But here's the thing. This is what we wanted, Chris. This is what you and I wanted. Maybe not low scoring, but low scoring is fine. We're both, I'm pretty sure, both okay with a couple of years of this. Or even maybe a few years of this. So we can get that elite talent, and so we can have exciting hockey and have a real chance at a rebuild that works and can sustain the tests of time for 10, 12 years. Usually you don't stay competitive for longer than 10, 12 years, but having a competitive team in 4 or 5 years or 6 for a decade would be amazing and do wonders for the city, wonders for the new building, do wonders for the team, for the fan base. The fan base would grow. If Murray Edwards, if you're listening to us, you get a Gavin McKenna or an Ivar Stenberg or a Tynan Lawrence or a Keaton Verhoff, you will have jerseys fly off the shelves that fucking day. The day of the draft.
You'll make money. You will make money on that, I assure you.
Yes.
But I mean that's the dream. But currently they're not even doing that properly because they're trying to hover around the 500 mark, and in the process losing ground on the bottom two of the league for a couple of those draft picks, right? Not
Yeah,
saying that you have to get McKinnon or McKenna to to move the franchise forward, but we definitely want to be drafting in, I would say, the top two this year, maybe three, but two for sure.
I'd say 4 would be good. Somebody's going to pick Verhoff in there, and honestly, like I
What do
haven't had eyes on Tynan Lawrence. I've seen some highlights and stuff like that, but
Mhm.
he's supposed to be 4 or 5 range, 3, 4,
Right,
5, depending on if Verhoff goes where Verhoff goes. But he's the
right,
top center in the draft. The Flames need a center,
yeah,
like a high quality center, desperately. Um, but Verhoff, or sorry, Tynan Lawrence is going to be a pretty good hockey player.
yeah.
He's had some injury issues this year, but he just got signed by to go to college. So he's going in college, not signed. He just
Mm.
went to college, committed to college,
Accepted.
accepted whatever it is. So he's no longer playing in the USHL. He's playing in college, and that means he's playing against men. That'd be great. McKenna would be great. Lawrence or Stenberg would be just as good. A couple really high flying left wingers. And here's the thing: did you watch much of the juniors?
I tried to catch as much as I could. It was I had a bunch of family staying at the house, so
Yeah,
myself and I guess what you'd consider to be my grandson. I bought him a Team Canada jersey for Christmas, and so he was pretty excited for World Junior and stuff. So we watched a couple of games together, and
nice.
I tried to tune in whenever I could. The only one I wasn't able to watch, especially as far as Canada goes, was the bronze medal game because I was working on that Monday. But
Yeah, I watched part of it. Um, but I got to watch a few games, not all of them, but a few. And Zane Perek looks like he's going to be something as long as he's given the opportunity and puts on a little bit more muscle.
mm,
Um, you can't
yeah,
always be positive based on that tournament, that at all. But uh, he's got it. He's
yeah.
as far as hockey sense and skill, the stuff that you can't teach, he's got.
Well, and that's what we already knew before even this season started. Was
Yes,
against teenagers, he's really, really fucking good.
yeah.
You
Now
know what
he's
I
just
mean?
got to learn how to.
Nothing. Yeah, he just needs to learn how to play in the NHL and against a much more aggressive, larger, meaner opponent.
Yeah,
Which, I mean, I really hope he gets there. I think he will get there.
yeah.
I don't
It
know
may
if it's
take a
going to
couple years.
be at the same level, but I mean, he has a lot of promise. He clearly has the talent and the ability. That's not in question whatsoever.
Yeah, if
Yeah.
he can make like 60% of what he can do with the junior level translate to the NHL in the next 2, 3, 4 years, he'll be a superstar player.
Yeah.
He'll be a 65-point defenseman, 70-point defenseman. He'll
Mhm.
be in the Norris conversation because
Right.
because Norris is offense, not defense. Anyways, um,
Yep. Don't get me
but
started.
also I think his defense, although was exposed a couple times, I think it's a lot better than people give it credit for. There were times in the juniors where he, 1 foot races, got back and made good plays, as there was a couple times in the NHL, but
Mhm.
not enough. He needs to. I think his when we talk about his strength and his bulkiness, it's not just his upper body, so he's not getting injured and stuff like that. It's also
Right.
his legs, so he can skate quicker. Because
Yeah.
his side to side movement, man, and his ability to get around stationary or slow moving guys who are like
Mhm.
playing him as anyone would play a defenseman on the blue line. to get around them is second to none. Like amazing skill, but his quickness when it comes to actual speed of skating is tough.
Yeah, exactly. He's not the one you call on to chase guys down for sure.
No.
And that is something that the Flames desperately need. We are an extremely slow team. Right.
Yeah.
And it's becoming more and more evident with every game that I'm watching right now. When we go up against teams that have younger players, like Celebrini undressed us. Like, it was not even it was unfair to watch
Bedard.
this kid undress a veteran team.
Yeah.
Bedard, same thing, right? With speed and just hockey IQ. It was just it was fun to watch that type of talent, but it was absolutely disgusting to watch it against my team.
And
You know what I mean?
not even just like singular players, because it's about,
Yeah.
like you just said, the team, right? Like we
Mhm.
played Montreal last night, as of
Yeah.
recording time last night. We
Yeah.
played Montreal, and that is a team that has made a lot of trades. Like they were only a few years ago, we're in the Stanley Cup Finals during
Mhm.
COVID, right?
Right.
And they turned it around so quick. They traded, the Paciorettys and all those guys who were on that team, flipped it real quick, and they've got quick, skilled, amazingly fun hockey and a full building with everyone's wearing a Habs jersey, all that type of stuff.
Yeah.
Great environment, and they have all these young players, and they fucking torched us. Like it was a sad game to watch.
Yeah. Yeah, the score didn't even give it justice, to be honest with you, because it should have been 3 or 4 to nothing coming out of the first.
Yeah, Wolf was fucking lights out
Luckily,
for the first half of that game.
yeah, for the first half of the game he was, and then he got tired, and rightfully so, right? It is what it is.
And then we played him
You're
again
right.
tonight. We'll get into that later.
Yeah, that's
Fucking just
but you're right. Like they outplayed us in every facet, in speed, in energy, in hits. They kicked the shit out of us physically.
Yeah.
I'm just like, how is this team from the East beating up on a veteran Western team? Like, how is that shouldn't even be part of the conversation at all.
Yeah,
But
I
we
don't
had
buy that West
nothing
is tough,
physically.
East is not
No,
thing anymore.
I'm
That's
sure,
not how it is.
it's definitely not how it is now for sure. But that's me showing my age for sure, right?
But
But
that is how it
like,
was in the
that's
mid
how
to
it
late
was. But
2000s and the early 2010s, but it's kind of over the last 10, 15 years, it's kind of
it's
changed.
it's
Kind of
it's
spread out.
evened itself out, right? It's evened itself out.
Like Florida
It's
is the
more,
toughest team in the league.
yeah. It's more a slight against the veterans on this team, or even some of the guys that are big and supposed to be nasty. Like where were the hits from Ball or Klapka or like even Coleman, right? Coleman can be nasty if he wants to be, but there was zero fight from the Flames on that as far as the physicality of it, which was the biggest thing in my opinion, that just every battle against the boards was lost before it even started because
Yeah.
they were coming in and hitting immediately and then going after the puck. And
Yeah.
so it was a really frustrating game to watch because they didn't start on time in any period. Like they didn't have an advantage at all at any given time
No. And they
against
didn't against
Montreal.
Boston either.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
I mean, to be
But
fair, I missed the first half of the first period because I had an appointment, but I'm
it looked
pretty
like
sure by the time I got there, the shots were like 10-4 or something like that. So,
well, and that's the thing too, right? But like by the end of the game, the shots were even. But
yeah,
in no way, shape, or form were we in that game.
no,
Like there was no and Wolf wasn't as sharp as he should have been. One of the things I've noticed in the last, especially tonight, was he was being beaten by shots and not scrambles. You know what I mean? Like he was beaten by. I mean, there were a couple of really good shots, but that's happening more and more this year than it did last year.
I think it's because of mostly because of the volume and the condensed schedule combined. Um,
Sure. I mean, I can give you the condensed schedule, but I mean, like less, 24 to 28 shots is not volume. That's
no. I mean, volume starts.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I see what you mean.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because again, he's just finished starting back-to-back games. He's done it already this season. He started back-to-backs multiple times this season.
Yeah.
Now there's a reason for that, and we'll get to that. But
Yeah.
I'm
But you had
just
the answer.
what's that?
No, I was going to continue on there, but you're right. We'll save that for a minute.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I'm just a little frustrated by them not like okay, we'll get into it right now. Cooley is sick. Cooley was too sick to play today, obviously, because it's a back-to-back. Cooley was too sick to play 2 games ago, which was like 4 days ago,
Mhm.
which they had Owen Say back up Wolf. So Wolf has
Right.
started 3 games in 4 days with travel every single one of those days.
Right.
That's bullshit. That is bullshit for him.
Well,
Now he'll never
only
say that.
only they've only had travel in 2 of the games, but because they were home, and then away.
Yeah, but you travel between the 2 away games.
Right.
Oh, yeah, I
Yeah.
see
You
what you
go.
mean. Yeah. But
Yeah.
still,
Yeah.
3 games in 4 days and with 2 travel days, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. Um, yeah, that's like nobody
Yeah.
does that
No.
anymore.
No. Exactly. And that was his 8th start in a row as well. Right.
Yeah.
So you've got the back to back to contend with. You've got Calgary to Montreal, which is like a 5-hour flight. So that's not great. Montreal to Boston's like 35 minutes. So it's not horrendous, but it's still travel.
And 2 afternoon
That's
games.
one.
It would have been like
Mm.
what, like 2 o'clock there today? Something like
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
What do you mean on the afternoon game?
Well, the guys are used to playing at night.
Oh, yeah. So it was 7 at night there.
Oh yeah, okay, right. Sorry, my my head's not working right now. It was 7 there. Okay, yeah. Um sorry,
Yeah.
it was early here in BC, but
Yeah.
yeah. Anyways, yeah, no, they're just playing him too much. And
Yeah. Yeah.
eight
Then that's clear.
yeah, 8 games in a row is too much for any goalie. It's too much for Hellebuck. It's too much for Ottinger. It's too much for Vasilevsky these days. It's too much for Wolf, especially with a back to back there. I don't care if most of the games were home because they were. 5 of them, I think, were home. But
Yeah.
at the same time, like they should have got Cooley into one of those earlier games, and the Flames. I know that Huska doesn't want to admit that the team's not very good, but they're overplaying Wolf and the team's not very good. Owen
Yeah.
Say has mediocre numbers in the AHL.
Mhm.
Play him anyways.
Right. Well, that's that.
It's a
I mean, that's
back-to-back.
easy.
Like
That's easy for us to say, though, right? Like when you look at the players and the coaching staff, they're in no way, shape, or form are they attempting to not win a game, right?
oh no, and I would
Like
never ever
like
ever ask them
like
not to, but
like, and obviously we know that Husk is smart enough to actually know what's happening. But that being said, he's not supposed to show it. And so I feel like playing Owen would show it. I don't know that he's the one that should have been called up. Is basically what I'm saying to
Well,
back up. Not that they have many options either, right?
well, what's his face? Prisvedov is hurt, so they couldn't call him
Right.
up.
Yeah. Right. Right. Right.
So
Right. Right.
the, the reason I'm saying that isn't because I want them to throw the game. Like I don't want the players and coaches and goalies to throw the game. I don't
Right.
ever. But the thing is it's been proven. So okay, it's been proven that Wolf doesn't do well after a certain amount of games, right?
Right.
He starts falling off after about five, 6 starts in a row. And he was playing his 7th game in a row and he was playing lights out, and then he became tired and
Right.
he was not good the rest of the game, about
Right.
halfway through. You look at it from Huska's point of view, you want to win games, right? If you keep playing Wolf through this whole stretch, he's going to be worse and worse and worse and worse. You're not
Mhm.
likely to win any of those games in the future, right?
Right.
From Huska's standpoint, say this one game, give Wolf some rest. Give him no more. I mean, there was no morning skate, but give him some rest.
Yeah.
Maybe let him take morning skate off next game, and then play him again.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
No, I
And
agree.
then you have a rest fresh fucking Dustin Wolf who can play 5 games in a row if Cooley continues to be
Yeah.
sick, right?
Yeah. Sick or whatever's happening. We don't know. I mean, they're saying sick, but I
Yeah, who
mean,
knows?
it's been extended already, in my opinion. Owensay was put back in the A, I believe, before the road trip, right?
Yeah, because they called up Stromgren, but they also didn't play Stromgren today.
That's right. That would have been a hell of a travel to come from Calgary to Boston and play a 5 o'clock Mountain Standard
So that's
time game.
that's iffy roster management then. You should have brought him with you. You should have brought 3 goalies on the trip.
Yeah,
Truly.
I think
truly think that.
I assumed they figured that Coley would have been good to go tonight. I think that was the
Oh,
actual
yeah.
plan.
Oh, no, for sure, for
Right.
sure. But you also know
So
he's sick and you know he's been sick, so, you know,
yeah,
and you played Stromgren 5 minutes last night. It's not like you
I
needed
want
him last night.
I
I
I
was
want to get into Stromgen as well at some point.
Yeah,
'Cause I want to get your opinion on how he was. But
yeah, for sure.
yeah, no, I get it. I do get it, and it's shitty for Wolf in my opinion because he's put in that situation, and we all know what's the end result of it, what it's going to be. We get it,
Yeah,
and
we've seen it before.
it is shitty on Huska's part and the team's part, but I honestly think that they were expecting Cooley to play tonight, and then it just didn't happen. You wouldn't normally bring a third goalie with you on a road trip.
You were absolutely, and I know they were, like, Steinberg said they were expecting Cooley to be
Yeah.
healthy, otherwise they wouldn't have, right? But
Mhm.
you still knew he was sick. You're going on a road trip across the fucking country, like, to a different country,
Yeah,
but across the
yeah.
continent, right? Like, literally
I
across the continent.
I
Take
think
that
my point is they have professional medical staff, and
Yeah,
they clearly were given information that was inaccurate.
yeah,
Or else, if there was a chance that Cooley wasn't playing tonight, they would have brought another goalie.
but there was a chance.
Well, clearly, but based on what the information they were given, I would say.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I think today was an absolute shock for them as far as so like and then the game against Boston,
Yeah, you gotta cover your bases, man. That's like
sure. Sure.
that's
I
just
mean
me. And like I don't believe in playing goalies in back-to-backs ever anyways. And I know that that's just what happened, but I don't believe in playing goalies back to backs unless it's like game 80 and 81, and you need both of those wins to get in the playoffs,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
Anyways, we can move on
I
from that.
mean,
I just thought
to
it was
me,
poorly managed and poorly thought out, and it's I don't
yeah,
think it's going to affect Wolf in the long run, but I think it's a problem.
I don't I don't think it's going to affect Wolf in the long run, and I don't think it's going to affect the Flames season. Um, and I
No,
honestly,
the Flames are still terrible.
I don't give the the management nor the coaching staff any shit on this scenario, because in my opinion, I may be wrong, but in my opinion, I think they were given information and that's what they went on based upon professional medical staff.
Yeah,
And if that information is inaccurate, I mean, regardless of somebody being ill and can't play a few days ago, because like that was like 4 days ago that he
yeah.
couldn't play because he was ill, right?
Sicknesses
And
last more
so
than 4 days, sometimes, right? Not all of them, but
sometimes, yeah,
sometimes. Yeah,
clearly, yeah. So I mean, who knows?
yeah.
Who
Who
knows
knows?
what the scenario was? If there was any sort of conversation that Cooley wouldn't have been able to go against Boston, somebody would have been coming. Like
Fair.
they're not that fucking stupid, right? They're not going to show up to an NHL game without even having a backup to sit on the bench.
I mean, there's e-bugs, which they
Uh,
would have had to use if Wolf got
if
hurt,
well,
right?
that's my point.
Yeah,
That's my point. They're not going to put themselves in that scenario without it being an extremely rare scenario.
yeah. All
But
right.
I
Well,
mean, yeah,
respectfully disagree on that one. I think you cover your bases anyways, especially when the guy is already sick. Um, if you got to carry three goalies and put one in the press box for a day, then you do it. That's my opinion.
Mm.
Um,
Yeah.
okay, let's talk Stromgren because
Okay.
he was called up. He played
Mhm.
5 minutes. I think it was five and a half
Yeah,
ish minutes in
just over
Montreal.
8.
Oh, was it 8? Okay, so he
Yeah.
played. I mean, I guess that's like not terrible considering he was benched in the third.
Mhm.
Um, so I don't know. I'll be honest. I noticed him when he was drawing penalties, which was good, and I didn't really notice him at all. Other than that,
Really?
no,
I'm surprised by that.
because
If he continues to back check and defend the way he did against Montreal, he will be an elite back checker.
yeah,
He lifted the stick of 3 guys in one shift and took the puck from them. I was actually blown away by him getting back and his ability to get the puck off the stick of other players. I was really impressed with it.
fair enough.
It was
I didn't notice that specific time, but um, I mean, I know you notice things like that a lot, right? So I usually do too, but
yeah, there's
awesome.
and
No,
I
no,
guess
that's
well,
great to hear.
it wasn't 3, it was 2 in the one shift. And it was in the span of like 15 seconds. And I was just like, holy shit. And then in his next shift, that's when the guy was skating up the ice and he came up from behind and just tapped and went the other way. I'm just like, look at this kid go. This is great. This
Yeah,
is what I
I
want to
saw
see.
the one. I saw the one, but
Yeah.
I didn't see the other two. But again, I'm not
Yeah.
debating it with
Other than
you.
that,
I believe you.
yeah. Other than that, yeah, it was, it is what it is, basically, right?
Yeah. No, no, that's great. And it
Yeah.
sucks that the game got out of hand when it did, and Huska is still under the mandate to win games, because that's why he got benched.
Right.
right? He wouldn't have got benched if the mandate wasn't, if the mandate was play the shit out of the young players and give them some experience, then he wouldn't have been benched. But he's
But
been on a heater in the AHL, and he just got a game off. He didn't play last game. I'm curious to see if they're going to play him in the next couple games, especially if Coleman's actually hurt.
right. Yeah, Huska says it's
Minor.
more of a it's minor, just whatever. I honestly think, I mean, uh, obviously I think differently than Flames staff, but
Yeah.
I I don't I don't honestly see how Stromgren gives you any less of a chance of winning over 50% of the roster, at least. Especially with how they've been playing.
Yeah, I agree.
Like,
Um, and like a lot of them, and we'll talk about some of them right now because we could go through the Montreal game, we could go through the Boston game, but like long story short, rebuilding team that's further through their rebuild than Calgary is, way better than Calgary.
right,
Team that should be rebuilding but isn't, better than other team that should be rebuilding but isn't.
right.
That happens, right? Um,
Yeah,
we just got slaughtered in back-to-back games is what happened. But
yeah.
let's get into some of the guys that, and I'm not saying all these guys should be scratched for Stromgren, but I'm saying we've got a lot of fucking passengers right now. I'm going to go
Yep.
through the forward core specifically and tell you who's been kind of good. So
Mhm.
Coleman has been good.
Yep.
Backlund and Coleman have been really good.
Mhm.
Farabee's been all right.
He's been, you know what? As the season progresses, because you've heard me harp on Farabee, right, since the beginning of the year, and how I don't think he does, all the
Yeah, but you've
skill and
been
all that stuff.
growing on him too, or he's been growing on you.
100%. Like his effort levels, I still think he looks like Bambi on ice most times when he's out there. But I mean, he's shooting, and 50% of the time he's hitting the net, and
Yeah.
he's giving you his full effort every time. And right now, as you're going down this list, you're going to start listing guys that are fucking passengers.
Well,
That
I have. There's no other guys. I mean, okay, so
yeah,
Lomberg had a couple of good games.
mhm,
Um, that's about it. Azeri's had a couple of good games, I guess, but just a
yeah,
couple.
mhm,
But okay, so here's the list of guys who are passengers. Morgan Frost, the fuck are you doing?
yeah,
Jonathan Huberdeau, what the fuck you doing? Nazem
yeah,
Kadri, I haven't even fucking seen you for
yeah.
3 weeks. Like it,
He's
like
been
I'm
he's
not even
been
saying you've been bad. I'm saying where are you? I have not
yeah,
seen you
yeah.
for fucking weeks.
Literally invisible,
What's going on?
invisible on the ice. Yeah,
Invisible. He's not. He almost scored that goal the other day, but like other than that, he's like no back check, no forecheck, no nothing. He's coasting around like he's invisible. You can't see him. Like it's
yeah.
hard. It's hard to
As
fathom. Sharon Govich has the odd good shift, but for the most part, it's kind of eh. Klapka's been kind of going downhill, I think, a little bit. He's had a couple of good games. Same with Lomberg, couple of good games, but mostly kind of meh. Um,
yeah,
John Beecher's been pretty bad since we got him,
yeah,
and um, Justin Kirkland, the fuck you doing? Where are you? What's happening? Right? Like we just
yeah,
have the forward core is a Matt Coronado.
yeah. Don't get me
You said he
started
had
there.
5 shots today, but before that, he
Yeah,
had 2 shots in 6 games. He's the
yeah,
shooter on the team. He is the best fucking shooter we have on the team. Why
yeah.
are you shooting like getting 2 shots on net in 6 games before today? given you got 5 today, that's great. Start doing that more, please, for the love of
Yeah,
Christ.
please.
And here's the thing. I don't really care that much. Like I'm getting heated about it because it's hard to watch, but like we need to rebuild. We need to have a top pick, and we can't do that if our players are playing well.
Mhm.
So it's hard to say it, but it's also like we have like that's a lot of like Kadri, Huberdeau, Frost, Sharangovich. Like that's a lot of fucking guys who should be legitimate top 6 players who are
Yeah,
just like, the fuck are you doing? And
yeah,
it's really
yeah,
hard to
absolutely.
watch. Huberdeau's
It's
having the worst season. I think he's having a worse season than he had his first year in Calgary.
Yep, I agree. When he came back from injury, he started well, but it's been steady decline ever since then. Like it's been actually, I can't even say steady decline. It was a sharp drop off, and it hasn't come back. I guess would be a better analogy. It's funny when
100%.
you talk about the forwards that you started out your list with a couple players that have been pretty damn good, and that list was very short. And out of the entire team, Backlund and Coleman lead the team in plus minus, right? Backlund at plus 14, Coleman at plus 10. After that, the only other plus players we have is Kevin Ball at plus 10, Rasmus Anderson at plus 2, which is really interesting. Rasmus is really building a case for, obviously it's a contract year, so this is what you normally see. And the only other player in the entire organization that is a plus is Sam Honzek, who hasn't played in fucking weeks.
Yeah. That's funny.
Everybody else is either zero or, I mean, or if you want to talk about, the people that are floating, we got Mackenzie Weegar minus 21, Matt
I
Coronado
don't think
minus
he's floating. I
19.
think he's just playing badly. He's
Oh,
trying. He's
he
trying
is
too hard.
trying. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. I'll retract that for sure. Nazem Kadri minus 16,
Not trying.
like not trying at all. Like there is zero give a fuck in Nazem Kadri. Zero.
Yeah.
But he's always been a piece of shit when it comes to back checking. He does not do it.
Oh no, absolutely. And one thing that's been really annoying me, I mean, it's annoyed us, both of us in the past many times, but like, does he have a thing in his contract, a bonus in his contract to go offside? Like it
Wasn't that
seems
gross?
like the
Yeah.
only times I notice him is because he's being called for being a step ahead of the guy who's going in with the puck.
Yeah. Yeah. He's just so excited to get in there and score one for the Flames. That's
When
what it
the
is.
Yeah, but then he doesn't do anything when he's in the offensive zone.
What are you talking about? He got one against Montreal.
No, he didn't.
All right, he was offside.
Yeah. So it's funny, talking on the Discord server today, someone was saying, if you look at that Matt Duchene play that caused the whole offside
Yeah.
challenging thing,
Yeah.
Nazem Kadri's in the circle tapping a stick for a pass.
Right. That's that's awesome.
Obviously not on the same team, but I had
Yeah,
to
yeah,
laugh real hard at that.
yeah, yeah. It's not wrong. Christ.
Anyways,
That-
it's and the thing is like we've had episodes before where we've gone off on Kadri, but it's not just him. It is like half the team. Like
yeah.
it's tough to watch, man. And like you said, Anderson and Ball, Kuznetsov has been pretty good considering he's a young guy. Zeri's
I've really been
been
impressed with him.
not as good as I'd like him to be, but better lately. You know, um,
He's been better. He's still nowhere near what he was
no, 2
last
years
year
ago.
or the season before. Yeah. You know, Brushevich has been pretty good. I mean, I won't say he's been great, but he looks like he belongs, in my opinion.
100%. He looks like he should not be scratched and
Yeah.
at all for
Yeah.
the rest of the season. If he
Same with
plays how he's
Kuznetsov.
playing now for the rest of the season, he shouldn't be scratched ever.
Yeah. Yeah, in my opinion, the best defenders so far this year, obviously Anderson has to take the top for this season because he's actually played quite well. And then Ball and Kuznetsov, in my opinion.
I'd put Brustevich and Kuznetsov right at the same. I think
Yeah,
for the
I mean,
jobs that they're supposed to do, I think they're both rookies, man, and they're both proving
mhm,
that they're NHL
yeah.
ready, that they're ready to take a spot, that they've earned it, and
Well,
that's good to see.
and it's great to see, and to me that just emphasizes the fact that yes, it's time we can trade Anderson. It's fine. We have guys to take his spot. Next year we don't have to have the Hanleys and the Beans. You know what I mean? We have guys that can come into this organization and play like they belong. Because I would imagine next year, correct, hopefully he can stay healthy, knock the wood.
He's also
I would
AHL
imagine
eligible next year, so there's a chance he just goes there, which might be best, but we'll talk about that in a minute too.
who knows, right? I mean, because I'm sure he's going to get a bunch more games here in the next couple of weeks. They put him
Hopefully.
back on day to day for which I think is kind of funny because he was on IR before going to World Junior, and he comes back from World Junior and has to take some time off again, which whatever.
Yeah, I guess he got
But
banged up in the semifinals, and they
mm,
questioned if he was going to play in the bronze medal game.
right,
But
yeah.
yeah, no, I know what
So
you mean.
then, he's gonna show us one way or the other between
Mhm.
now and the end of the season. I suspect on whether he's going to be a Flame next year or a Wrangler. If it ends up being a Wrangler, that's fine.
I'm
He's
fine with
still
that.
young. Right? Like I'm not saying
He'll
that
be
if
starting
he
at
goes
20.
down to the A, yeah, if he goes down to the A, that he's a lost cause. That's not what I'm saying at all.
No, 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 no.
It may be the best thing that ever happened to his career. In fact, if that ends up being the case.
So stop there for a sec.
Okay.
If he is day to day, quote unquote day to day for 4 more games, they can put him on a AHL conditioning stint.
Yeah.
Should they do that, or should they get him into NHL games and
Um,
throw the conditioning stint away?
I mean, it would be a shame if he tripped in the hallway, going into Pittsburgh.
Mhm.
I'm kidding. Obviously, I don't want him to get hurt.
Yeah, yeah,
No,
yeah,
I think that absolutely, absolutely.
yeah,
Let him go from World Junior to AHL.
yeah.
Even if it's for a
Even if it's
week or
four
10
games or
days or
whatever.
whatever. Yeah,
Yeah,
whatever it is, right?
yeah,
That's fine.
yeah,
Let him build his confidence against grown men
yeah. I agree.
before. Yeah, I have no problem if that ends up being the case. And even if he's not really day to day and they're just doing it so they can send
Do
him
that.
down,
That's fine. Yeah.
yeah, great.
And
That
you know what you can do
would be
during
one of
that
the
is
things that the
get
management has done this year,
what's that?
personally. That if that is what they're doing, that would be the one of the best things that management has done all season long.
Yeah. And it also means for the next week they can get the you know I don't know exactly which of these guys they'll get on the case, but they can get, the
Mhm.
dietitians and the nutritionists and the fucking um
Yeah.
trainers and all of these guys on a program for him. I'm sure they already are, but update it and make sure he knows how to do everything properly, and then get him back in the AHL and then bring him back up.
Mhm.
And I have a feeling what they're going to do from there. I don't know for sure, but I have a feeling what they're going to do from there. Just my thought is what the Ducks did with Carlson last year.
Mhm.
I know a lot of people don't like that, but um but that's also a reason why I like that, like, Rushni is in college and Potter is in college, because these
Mhm.
kids are learning to play against men, but they also have such a drastic amount of days off in between their games that
Right.
they can work out and work on their nutrition and all that type of stuff and get bigger. And like Reshni's showing like and Potter has too. Both of those guys have shown
Yeah.
so much improvement. Um, Reshny in the World Juniors, like he wasn't
He
a
was great.
superstar level, but he was
Yeah. I was happy with
clutch. He was clutch,
yeah,
right?
I was really happy with watching him on the ice. He was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Real
It was
quick, defensively.
mhm. Yeah, on both ends of the ice. Yes, agreed. Yeah.
So, um, comparables. Not that we need to get too far into it today. I heard one of the prospect guys say like Barkov, but like a level down, and I'm like, that's a
I mean,
big
let's yeah,
that's
let's
settled,
ease up
right?
maybe a little.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he was really good, but let's yeah.
And then I saw another person say Ryan O'Reilly, and I was like, oh, I like that. And I
Yeah,
saw
I can go with
another
that.
person say Braden Shen, and I was like, yes.
Yeah, that's more like it.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah.
Really, really, really
Yeah.
good second line shut
Yeah.
down. Not even shut down, but like a little bit of offense and a lot of defense. Like
Are
Backlund,
you
but a little
saying
bit more offensive.
right, I was gonna say, are you saying a Backlund replacement in 2 years?
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
Yeah. Wouldn't that be nice?
I mean, not that I say I wanna replace Backlund, but obviously every career comes to an end, and so, I mean, it's hard to argue with what number 11's been doing this season because 'cause he's been really fucking good. So,
Exactly. Exactly. All right. Yeah, I'm so I wasn't super hyped on Reshny before the World Juniors, but after getting the eyes on him,
mhm,
much more than I was. But let's
yeah,
get back to the Flames players real quick.
the
What's
floaters.
going on with Matt Coronado? I've heard some people saying that he's been better of late, and I'm like, he's been
When?
playing
Where?
with Coleman and Backlund, but
Yeah,
he hasn't been
that'll
better. He can't get a shot off. He's not
yeah,
making, great defensive plays. He's not getting himself into that line has been Backlund and Coleman hooking up and getting goals and shit. And
yeah, and historically, that line just makes players better, and it's not translating to Coronado right now, in my opinion.
it
They've
has in
made
the past,
Zari
but
better.
it's not right
It
now.
agreed, 100%. It's made Zari better when he's on that line. I think they need to put him back there personally because he's the one that I feel like has the bigger chance of improving. At least he's showing signs of improvement. Where Coronado, in my opinion, I don't know who told you that he's improving, but I don't see it at all. In my opinion, I don't see the same speed that he had last year. I don't see the same grittiness. And I mean, obviously, we're not seeing the shots, right? And he's a
Well,
shooter.
he had 2 weeks, 3 weeks where he was letting off between I know because I was betting the over, but he had
Yeah,
like between 4 and 7 shots every game
yeah. But that was
for
what, like
like
last
3
week in
weeks.
November, first week of December.
Yeah,
Like
something
that
like
was a
that.
while ago,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
Yeah.
And you said he
No,
had 5 today, but that's the first time in a long time. And it's not just the shots though. It's
no, it's not.
remember last year we were talking a lot about how he started reading plays and picking off passes and making good stick lifts
Yeah.
like you were talking about with Stromgren that
Mhm.
led to
Yeah.
transition that led to points and goals. But I
That's right.
think the biggest thing is that he's not getting into soft areas, right?
Right.
He's not getting into the, you know, Elias Lindholm 40 goal area. He's not getting into the Matt Coronado from last year area. He's
Was
not getting into the Yegor Sharangovich from 2 years ago area. He's
yeah,
just
yeah.
he's
I
kind of I don't know what he's doing. It's hard to
yeah,
explain,
yeah,
but
I agree. Wasn't that a pretty shot from Lindholm in Boston against Calgary?
yeah.
Anyways, that was fucking rocket. That was really fun to watch again. It was just like, oh God, I missed 28 on occasion. Um,
Yeah,
not always.
except for the whole
Yeah, yeah,
right
it's
before he
the
left it.
laziness thing.
Yeah.
Speaking of lazy players, no, you're right. With Coronado, he's, in my opinion, he's lost his nickname. Right?
Not a bison. He's not running through, and yeah. I see what you mean.
There's no fight in his game right now. He's not going into the corner
There's
and
no
fighting
fight,
for the
just
puck.
frustration.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I hope he gets it back, man, because when he's on, it's fun to watch. And like he's another one. Like, do we have to send him back down to the A to get him to fucking reverse course like we did to him last year, and he fucking came back just lights out for the rest of the season? Like, do we need to do that?
You can't do
Or
that.
is this or is this really even the time to do that? Because it's not where we want the Flames to be anyways. Because what's going to happen is we're going to get a couple of these fucking floaters from this season. They're going to, ramp it up. And then all of a sudden, boom, instead of being fucking 30th or 31st in the league, we're ended up being fucking 24th. And waiting to do it yet, waiting to do it next year because the rebiggle will be on hold again.
Yeah.
We don't need that.
Stupid rebiggle. And that's what it is. It's not a rebuild, it's a rebiggle, and that's the problem.
Yeah. That is the problem.
So I want to get your thoughts on this. Was talking in the group chat the other day about it, and I'm just kind of, or actually earlier today about it, and I was curious what your thoughts are. So we're talking about probably not Coronado, but we're talking about specifically probably Kadri and Huberdeau maybe. I heard a theory that that they are invisible and not playing well because they're sulking because they asked for a trade and haven't gotten one.
Maybe.
I mean,
If that's
maybe,
the kind of
but
honestly, if that's the type of professionals we have on the team, they can fuck all the way off.
agreed.
Like,
I don't
fucking
think
beat it.
so. I don't even think that's I don't think that that's a thing either. By the way, I've heard it a few in a few places, but kind of
Kadri is known. Kadri is known for floating around, right? He doesn't skate hard to the bench ever. Like, if he's coming off the ice from no matter where he's at, it is a snail's pace every time. He never back checks. The only difference between his game right now and his game from last year is the goals.
Yeah.
I mean, really. So we're not noticing him for running into defenders at the blue line because he rarely has the puck, and rightfully so. He shouldn't have the puck because he's just not playing good enough. Huberdeau is an anomaly right now. I don't understand what's happening there because he's not having fun again, right? And he is so fucking temperamental that unless he's having the best time of his life, his game is trash, which is freaking weird for somebody that is, used to be a point per game guy. And, obviously everybody has more fun in Florida because it's
palm trees.
30, it's 30 degrees in November and December and January. But still, that's not the point. Like, be a professional, get to work, right? Like, it's super frustrating to watch right now.
And like he was playing well last year. That's why he was having fun. And but he's not even like doing the things, and we've talked about this before this year, but like he's not doing the things that made him successful last year. Last year he was
Exactly
in front of the net, getting rebounds in front of the net, tipping pucks in front of the net, wrestling and causing screens and being on the ice for goals for. And I mean, a part of the problem too, and like I'm not blaming anybody else for Huberdeau or Kadri's shittiness, but a part of the problem is the whole top six is fucking invisible as shit. It's like Joel Farabee is visible like once every 3 games. Frost is never visible. Huberdeau's visible for bad reasons. Kadri's never visible. who else is even in the top 6? Like, like
Oh yeah,
it
it fluctuates, right?
it fluctuates.
Coronado, invisible. Zari, invisible. Klapka, for whatever reason, they're throwing shit in a blender right now, and there is no chemistry on this team. Nobody knows where their line mates are, or where they're going to be, or where they should be. Like the passing is horrendous. The the like that Klapka made a one, like a quick tap pass to, I think it was Huberto, or attempted to, right to Boston player. Like it was just like bang bang, and it's just like, what are you doing? Like you don't have a Flames player in your peripheral at all. Like, I don't understand what you just attempted to do there.
You know
Like
what's
the only
sad
person you
and
fooled was yourself.
yeah. Know what's sad and depressing about what you just said?
Hmm.
I swear to God, if the year that Huberto came and
Mhm.
Kadri came,
Oh yeah,
and they were both awful,
yeah.
when Sutter was still here, if you go back and watch our episodes from then, you'll hear
It's the same
Chris
thing.
and me say that exact fucking, like, not about Klapka, but that
Yeah,
exact fucking thing
yeah.
every single episode.
Right.
I bet.
It's like, yeah, yeah. Don't get me
Passes
wrong.
aren't
I
going,
know
there's
that
no chemistry,
that's
there's no what is happening, it's
yeah,
hard to, but
yeah.
again, that's what we wanted. I'm not it's frustrating to watch in the moment, but then when you
Mhm.
go step back and witness the grand scheme of it, it's like this is kind of what we wanted. It would be better if it
I
was
know.
happening with excitement, but it's kind of what we wanted. It's a shitty product, but you got to have a shitty product for a couple years if you want to get those Gavin McKenna's and Landon DuPonts and whatever, right?
It's it's true, but I think one of the issues that we're having this year is this team is absolutely good enough to just miss the playoffs again, right?
Well, that's their ceiling, yeah, and that's the
Right.
problem. Yeah,
That is definitely the problem, but that's the issue that we're talking about right now. Is the team not saying they're good enough for the playoffs or round two or anything like that, but they're just way better than what they're showing or have been showing for the past few weeks.
yeah, and they
Essentially,
had that
that's
couple
my
weeks that were
frustration.
really, really good, but
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
a month ago
Like
now.
I want to see us score goals. I just definitely want to see the other team score more.
Yeah, it would be nice to have,
Yeah, yeah.
to have gotten Celebrini or Smith or something in the last couple of years and have those
Cool.
guys developing in our system. And
Right.
again, like I'm a fan of the player that Zari can be
Mhm.
that we haven't seen in 2 years.
Yeah.
But I mean, we've seen in flashes for 2 years.
Flashes. Yeah. Yeah.
Um, but
Exactly.
the problem is that we're watching Zeri and Coronado, guys whose ceilings are second line players. We're watching those guys develop and
Yeah.
not score and not be like Zeri scored tonight, but not
Yeah.
be
They're not
very.
developing.
They're Yeah. Instead of watching them develop, and we're watching
Yeah.
them develop alongside Kadri and Huberto and fucking Zeri with Lomberg for some reason, and
Yes.
and getting thrown around the lineup every fucking other game. Like, instead of like, hey, a
Yeah.
let's have a line of like a kid line, or have like two kids beside Backlund for an entire season type of thing, right? Like,
Yeah.
let's develop
I
chemistry between the players who are actually supposed to be our future, instead of fucking
yeah.
around, and
I understand what you're saying and get
we
what you
don't have
mean.
those players yet.
I
So
we I I don't agree with that per se. I mean, I definitely want to see some lines that are set and they can play together and work and become a line.
yeah,
But the two players that you just gave examples for, as far as Zara and Coronado, they haven't earned that right. They're not progressing. They're not getting better.
Yeah.
They're getting worse. So to me, that's not a, they played with a bunch of players. It hasn't changed. They're
Yeah.
literally just worse than they were. So
Yeah, but
I
they
don't
have
think
like Zeri specifically hasn't had much of a chance to play with the same players for very often.
no, but
But Coronado has.
he's Zeri has had the chance 5 to 10 games at a time to progress with line mates. He just has not gotten better this year.
No, I agree. He hasn't
Like,
gotten better, but I don't agree
yeah,
that he's had like maybe one 5 game sample where he's been with the same players. He
yeah.
goes, he plays with
That's what,
Lomberg
but
and
that's my
Klapka.
point.
Yeah,
That's where he belongs. He's not been good enough to play above the fourth line, is what I'm saying. Like,
on this team he is.
sure. I don't think so.
You said he
I
played.
honestly,
You yourself, like 10 minutes ago, said he was playing well
yeah,
with Backlund and Coleman.
yes, but he was still in. So,
Well, in relation.
yes,
Yeah,
exactly that. He still hasn't done anything.
yeah.
Like he hasn't done anything to show that he belongs, higher up or anything like that. Like he's played well with them as far as anybody that's played with Backlund and Coleman this year. I
So
mean,
here's, and I'm
Honzak
not,
was really good with them, but
yeah, and I'm not going to even bring Zeri into this one, but like,
yeah,
who on the team other than like Coleman and Backlund have proven that they deserve ice time? Anderson,
that,
but like in the forward core,
yeah,
who has
core
proven that
core,
they deserve ice time? Backlund and Coleman. That's
mm,
it. That's
yeah.
fucking it, man.
I, I
Farabee,
I would
maybe a tiny bit.
I would say Fairby earns it with effort,
Yeah.
not necessarily ability, but he at least has effort. I would say the same thing with Klapka, not with ability, but with effort. Lomberg kind of floats right now, which is weird. Ever since he became a goal scorer, he's he's not the regular Lomberg that we've seen in the past. But other than that,
Klapka,
no, it's been like he has way more flashes than anybody else on the roster that's not Backlund Coleman.
Klapka.
Yeah, in my opinion.
So
His
here's my
ability to
thing.
at least hang on to the puck and take it away from players and make a good timely hit. There's just something exciting
Yeah,
far exceeds anybody else on the team.
that's true to a point, but the problem is what he does once he's got it.
Oh
Um,
yeah,
like
I that's what I mean.
he
That's what I'm
plays
saying.
really well when he's on the fourth line, and then
Yeah,
they promote him, and he
mm,
plays well for the rest of that game. But then they try to put him in the top
yeah,
6 or the top 9 again the
I
next
agree.
game, and what he does is he says, "Oh, so now I'm a skill guy," and then he tries to
Yeah,
dangle in the defensive zone or in the neutral zone and loses the puck and gets scored on.
yeah, agreed. I agree. No, like I
Yeah.
said,
He
I'm
tries
not
to
talking
do
about
more than
his
his
his ability,
yeah,
right? Like, but that's what I mean. Like, as far as who has earned, right?
yeah,
People, you don't just earn extra ice time or extra minutes or going up just by ability. That's just you have it, right? I'm
yeah,
talking about the people that actually are putting forth effort and in my opinion, earn the right
yeah,
to
yeah.
move up slightly. But
And
you're
so
absolutely right. Once he gets there, he fucks it up.
yeah, yeah.
Like, and he's been doing that for 2 years, right? And it's really unfortunate to watch because when he's on the fourth line, he's super effective.
He is because his role is to bang and crash and
Yeah,
to drive the net. I don't know why he's
that's right.
not driving the net when he's on the first, second, third lines. He just
Yeah,
stops driving the net, and that's when he's the best. Um,
exactly. Exactly.
but back to my point, none of these
Yeah, there's
guys
nobody.
there's nobody that has earned and has the ability to be on the first line or the second line this year.
We
That's the biggest
haven't.
problem with the Calgary Flames right now. From an entertainment standpoint, you and
Mm,
I both want the Flames to rebuild and stop this rebiggle nonsense.
yeah,
But the Flames have no players from an entertainment standpoint or from a making everybody in the dressing room feel better about their
mhm,
play standpoint. They don't have
yeah,
the players who have earned it through effort this year. Kadri's been fucking shit this year, and he's the highest scorer on the point scorer on the team, and he's been shit this year and completely invisible for a couple weeks now, 3 weeks.
right, yeah.
Huberdeau, no effort at all. Farabee, effort, no, very little talent. Frost
We eh,
Frost is an enigma. I have no
it,
idea. He's got talent
yeah,
and
he needs
effort
to
and just doesn't do anything with either of them.
does nothing.
It's weird.
Yeah,
But
the
like,
Flames have been cursed with this for years though. Like before, this the new Flames, right, with the Huberdeau and the Kadri and whatnot. Like we have not had a first line player since that time, since before that time, right?
yeah, since
Effort
Gaudreau,
aside,
yeah.
right? Effort aside, like even the guys that are more exciting at periods and have a good season, they're still not first line players.
No, absolutely fucking not.
Like they're just
Most of them aren't
first
even
line
second line
for the
players.
Flames. Yeah, they're just first line for the Flames at the time.
Yeah.
Exactly what my point is that it's so important for us to do this rebuild right now because we don't have anybody that is good enough to be on the top line. We have a lot of complementary pieces, a lot of middle six guys, something you and I have both talked about many times. We don't have anybody in the A that's going to come in here and be the savior and instantly become a top line player. We just don't have it. We need to draft it, and the time is now. Effort be damned. That's all I want out of these guys. I know they're not top line players, but they are not putting forth effort right now. And that's what's really pissing me off with these guys is they just float. They're not getting better. They're not progressing. They're not even fucking trying. And that's the frustrating part as
Yeah.
a fan.
Honestly, I don't give two fucks if Kadri and Huberdeau progress. I give
No.
two fucks if Coronado, Zeri progress.
Mhm.
The Klapka to a point, but
Yeah.
guys like that. What I will say is our defense core isn't lazy.
Mhm.
I don't
No,
think
they're not.
I don't think any of our defense core is lazy. I think Mackenzie Weegar is making horrible choices, but he's trying hard.
Yeah.
He's trying too hard and making bad choices. He's pinching a lot. He's attacking players when he shouldn't be, but he's trying. He's not being lazy. He's being bad. Um,
Which is a really unfortunate,
Anderson's
right?
just
Because he was
good this year. Um,
yeah. How many
Kuznetsov
how many
is
times how many times do you
trying.
see that with somebody on a contract season too, right?
Yeah.
But
Kuznetsov's been good. Brustevich has been
no,
good. Hall's only played one game in forever, and he wasn't awful.
yeah.
Um,
No, there was I was actually really excited for him in that game, and I thought he had a really good game. He made a couple of really key hits, defended well with his stick.
yeah,
Um, he did everything that you want a player to do that is in and out of the lineup to show
yeah.
that he gets another chance down the road,
Do the
essentially.
Michael Stone thing.
Yeah.
And Kevin Ball's been good. I think he's had a couple of
Mhm.
blunders here and there, but he's been good in general.
Mhm.
The thing is like if the defense, when Uyghur's out there all the time fucking everything up, like I feel bad saying that because I love Weegs and I know what he's got, and he is a really good defender. He's just having a bad year.
Yeah.
But it's not the effort. But yeah, the thing is I think the lack of offense and the lack of try from a lot of the forwards is affecting the D core because they can't do everything all game, right? Like the offense needs to help. And it's the same with Wolf. Wolf plays really, really good until the offense can't fucking transition the puck out of their fucking zone, until the
Yeah, that's
offense
been a struggle.
and yeah, when Kadri's blowing the zone early and other such players are blowing the zone early and not coming back in time or making stupid passes or whatever. But like, anyways, I think the general public understands what we're saying, and I think we should
Yeah.
probably tie this up.
Yeah, I agree. One very quick thing. Like if you look at time on ice, because you're right, because McKenzie does take up a lot, right? You know,
Mhm.
him and Anderson are the top two. Anderson at just over
Which makes sense.
24, and it totally makes sense. And then obviously their D partners are the next two, which again makes sense, right? Because
Kuznetsov. How much is Kuznetsov playing?
20 and a half.
Fuck. He's a rookie, dude.
Yeah. No, that's what I mean. Like
Yeah.
I have all day for Kuznetsov. I really
Yeah.
do.
He's got
And
more
it's no
offensive
slight on
than I thought he'd have.
totally. And he's I mean, he's way more physical than I thought he would be too.
I knew
Not
he was going to be that way because
like nothing bone
yeah,
crushing, but just effective, right? He's effective. And no
he's like
slight
a
on Brustavich.
smaller ball.
I still think that Kuznetsov has been slightly better, but it's only because he's on the ice more and you get to see him more often, I think is really the only thing. And he's not fucking up when he's on the ice for 20 minutes a game.
Yeah, yeah, and that's all
Yeah,
you can ask, right? From a
100%.
defensive defenseman,
Mhm.
in my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah. And you know me, I like my defensemen to, play defense.
Me too. But Kuznetsov also rushes in from the point with the puck a lot, and
Mhm.
but he gets back a lot. He gets back in time most of the time, but he
Yeah.
does a lot of that thing that drives you nuts with Anderson, where he doesn't go behind the net like Anderson does, but
Right.
he rushes in and takes shots, which I really like from the Giordano spot, which is
Yeah. Yeah.
halfway up the zone type of thing.
I'm surprised you haven't actually put a bit of spray paint on the ice saying you can't shoot from here because this is Geo's spot. Kind of like retiring a jersey. You retire a chunk of ice.
Speaking of
Yeah.
Geo spot, that number 48 is looking really, really, really fucking weird for Brustevich. He's number
Right.
5 in the AHL. So
Why is he not?
I'm curious to see if he's going to change his number or not. 'Cause then it won't be the 5. Like almost
Yeah. Yeah.
99.9% guarantee you he's not going to change it to 5. But I'm curious to
Yeah.
see what it's going to be.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good question as well. One thing I have noticed as of late, because I've been paying attention to her, watching it with Anderson, because it does frustrate me when he's in the offensive zone and he's skating around like he's a winger. Um, he does look back at his corner a lot to make
Yeah.
sure somebody's there. So I'll give him credit for that.
Good. Yeah.
But I also don't think that he was necessarily doing that for the last season or two
Yeah.
as
No,
much.
no, no. I agree.
Yeah.
Totally agree.
Yeah. So I'll give him
Good
that.
point. Very good point. All right.
All
Well,
right.
if you like what you heard, make sure you check us out on Reddit. I'm always trolling around on Reddit, so make sure you chat with me there on Flames Reddit. Make sure you check out Chris on X at armchairgm_pod. Check us out on Facebook. Follow our YouTube, like and subscribe, hit the notification bell, all that good stuff. Hopefully, we're going to be doing a live soon in the next week or two. Hopefully, I'd like to get another one in.
Mhm.
So, yeah, make sure you check all those things out and tell your friends. And check out Rocky Mountain Maniacs, the Calgary band that does our intro theme song. Make sure you check them out. They're fucking awesome. We'll leave a link in the description.
Yeah, you're damn right. Yeah, they're really good. They play in and around Calgary often. So
Yeah.
search for them. They're on Facebook as well. Search for them. Their dates go up there, and the bars where they play border crossing quite a bit. Cool little place. All right. Thanks for tuning in, everybody.
Cheers.
And as always, cheers. Go Flames.
Oh, hail the rebiggle.
Woo woo.